Hey, everybody, welcome today. We are going live today all about hair loss. What are some reversible, hidden, and reversible causes of hair loss even your doctor doesn't know about? So join me live today. All right, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining me live. I'm Maggie Yu MD, functional and holistic medicine physician and owner of Transform Autoimmune. And for those of you who haven't joined our Facebook group yet, please go ahead and click the link in the above or in the comment section and join our Facebook group. We have 37,000 members in there. And FYI, in the Facebook group, we have hundreds of guides, resources, videos, and training and real people in there to actually help provide resources for you. So join the Facebook group. If you're watching us right now on YouTube, I'm watching you, YouTube. Go ahead and comment and tell me where you're watching from. And we are, make sure to click the subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified every time we go live. And if you're watching this in IG later, make sure you give us a follow and a shout out. Those of you who are watching right now, I would love it in the comment section. And I am watching you comment section. Tell me where you're watching from. And if you suffer from hair loss, tell me what kind of hair loss issues you've been struggling with. Comment in the comment section. If you're an alumni and you have dealt with any issues of hair loss at all, or you're an alumni and just joining us, please comment in the comment section below that you're an alumni. Let people know. We got real people, hundreds of real people who've been through our programs. That'd be great if you can comment in the comment section below. I got Jane already, who is watching from Nedville, Texas. Awesome. Lisa is from Fort Lauderdale on vacay. I love it. Pat from North Dakota. Thank you for joining us and thank you for commenting. I love talking with you. I don't like talking at you, so please talk back, comment. All right, everybody. Jumping right in, we had a big question in the Facebook group this week all about what the heck have you tried for hair loss and did it work out for you? And Amanda, here's my sidekick. Amanda, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about all the comments you've been curating from that post? We have hundreds of comments on that.
Yeah, guys, I'm Amanda. I work in the social media team. Love talking with you guys. We decided, hey, who's dealing with hair loss? And hundreds of you were saying me and asking all these excellent questions. So Dr. Maggie decided, okay, let's open the conversation. Let's talk about hair loss.
Okay. And we're going to go ahead and dive right in. So number one is going to be, what are the different kinds of hair loss? And I think about it in two main categories. Number one is that we have generalized hair loss, where you kind of lose hair all over the place. You see thinning of your hair. Over here, you see a receding hairline. It just seems to be all over the place. I would call that general hair loss. The second type of hair loss would be more, I would call it alopecia areata, which is like patches, literally circles of hair loss on your head. And that is an autoimmune attack against the hair follicles. So how many of you have alopecia areata? I know that's a weird spelling, Areata. Write it into the comment section. How many of you have generalized hair loss? Go ahead and put in there. Already right now, you already know more than a lot of people about hair loss. The generalized hair loss, there's many different causes, of which autoimmunity could still be one of the issues. Because I can tell you right now, I mean, I've dealt with thousands of people with autoimmune issues, with or without a diagnosis over the last 24 years of my career. And me being an MD and an autoimmune sufferer, I know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to hair loss. So I've dealt with both generalized hair loss and alopecia areata in the autoimmune population. And so what I'm going to tell you is everything that I'm going to tell you here applies to both. Okay. So aha moment right there. So thank you. I already have people talking about that they have generalized hair loss. Thank you. And then people already posting what autoimmune issues they're suffering. Yeah. If you have any autoimmune issues you're suffering with and hair loss is one of your symptoms, go ahead and type in the chat. Tell me what autoimmune condition and hair loss as well that you're suffering from. Now, that brings up a good point. I mean, Amanda, we talk about this all the time, which is why, like, you know, when people have an autoimmune diagnosis, let's say it's rheumatoid arthritis or Crohn's or Hashimoto's, Why is hair loss, I call it the number 2 most common symptom in any autoimmune disorder? Why is it so common? Okay. And it doesn't matter what your diagnosis is. Okay. And I think it boils down to why is it the most common symptom is that the underlying root causes of hair loss are exactly the same underlying root causes of all autoimmune disease. And you'll see why as I go through this. So many symptoms are really common no matter what the autoimmune disease is. Fatigue is one of them, pain is another one, and hair loss is the big one. Hair loss, I would say, is the number 2 most common symptom no matter what the autoimmune diagnosis is. And we can see this because I can tell you right now, we have tons of interviews of alumni in our Facebook group that have autoimmune disease across the board, and yet they have hair loss as a symptom and they were able to reverse it. Okay. So it doesn't matter what the diagnosis is. Hell no. How frequently is hair loss a problem? Every autoimmune disease has hair loss as one of the most common symptoms. So how important is it to address the root causes of what's causing autoimmune disease? So you deal with not only all the autoimmune targets, but hair loss at the same time. 100% crucial, which is why it's really important, guys, to really think on a bigger scale, which is that there is a root cause approach to dealing with autoimmunity. And I call it, if you're chasing all these symptoms, it's like whack-a-mole. Whereas if you actually hit the root, like I think about it as a tree thing. So like if you're sitting here and you're looking at an apple tree and all these apples are diseased with different, like, they look different. They're kind of like, and you can sit here and play whack-a-mole and say, I'm going to see this specialist and this specialist for each of these apples. Or what makes more sense is hit the root. What disease is coming from the root? What are the triggers in the root so that you can actually deal with the root cause in that tree and deal with all the apples all at once, regardless is hair loss, fatigue, pain, insomnia, whatever the heck it is. So if you're interested in learning what a root cause approach to autoimmunity is, make sure you write 5 pillars in the comment section below. I'm going to have my team put a link to watch the training I did on what the 5 pillars of a root cause approach to autoimmunity is. Boom. Okay. That is an overarching theme. Now, let's talk about what are some common causes in hair loss that are reversible, that even your doctors don't know about. Okay. And doctors aren't trained at all actually to deal with hair loss, because I can tell you right now, most doctors dealing with hair loss is going to send you to the dermatologist. And a dermatologist, all they really care about is your skin. They don't really think in terms of, are there underlying other causes? What would a dermatologist know what to do with some of the nutrient deficiencies, gut or hormonal problems? Nothing, which is why the treatment for hair loss through a dermatologist is really unsatisfying and fruitless. Okay. And that is the typical place you're going to be sent, which is why today I love unveiling these root causes. And you can get an insider look from me as to what some of these underlying root causes are and how to reverse them. Now, that being said, I have an Easter egg here, okay? While we're planning for this week, and it was based on all your questions, I decided to create a guide, a written guide that's going to be downloadable on the Insider's Guide on how to end hair loss. And if you are interested in getting that guide and that download, it's not complete because I wanted to jam pack so much shit in it, good shit. So make sure you write hair loss guide in the comment section. And the reason I'm having you do that is because you'll get notified tomorrow or Saturday when we actually put the link for you to download it. You'll know we did it. So check back on Friday or Saturday and download that guide because it's chock full of good shit. Okay. And I might give you guys a sneak peek. Do you guys want to see a sneak peek? Okay. I'm going to show you. This is the Insider's Guide on how to end hair loss. Okay. And we're almost done with it. Okay. There's so much stuff going on here. So if you are interested, make sure you write hair loss guide and check back Friday or Saturday and download it. All right. If there's anyone you know that could benefit from watching this video, whether it's you or somebody else, sharing is caring, write their name in chat right now so that they will get notified about this video and they can download this later. All right, everybody. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing hundreds of hair loss guide. All right, people, make sure you check back Friday or Saturday. You're going to get this hair loss guide. All right. All right. All right. Everybody knows I love hydration. And the other thing you may not know is I love big mugs, and big mugs don't lie. Thank you. All right, here we go. Number 1, What is a hidden cause of hair loss that you don't even know about? Iron, low iron. Yeah. And why do so many of you not know? Because none of your doctors know about this. Because I can tell you right now, how you test for low iron already is kind of sucky. But that's a whole different ball of wax, which is the way that we test for low iron in people is asinine. Because people are waiting till doctors are waiting till you're anemic and then say you're low iron. But that being said, if you're already anemic, you already know you're low iron. This applies to you. For those of you that are suspecting it, I'm going to tell you right now is that in our program, Transform Autoimmune, there's a whole blood panel of the accurate ways to test for thyroid, iron, you name it, everything. And I'll give you guys even an extra Easter egg. What is a really crucial number to actually look for low iron? Ferritin. Ferritin. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. But in our program, we test for that and we actually teach you what those values mean, what the functional values are. It's a whole ball of wax. But anyway, if you already know you're low iron and you already suspect it, I'm going to tell you that iron actually has many mechanisms that affect many things in autoimmunity. Did you know that low iron makes you cold? Did you know low iron makes you fatigued? Did you know low iron causes depression? And did you know low iron causes hair loss? And it kind of makes sense because when you have low iron, your red blood cells are really, really tiny. When they're really, really tiny, they don't carry that much oxygen and they don't flow to the areas they need to really well and supply a whole bunch of good shit to all your cells. And that's why for me, once you know you're low iron, or even if you suspect it, taking a quality iron is going to be crucial. And that's where the other place people go wrong. Insider tip: 99% of iron that you buy on the market is shit. And the reason is shit is because it's synthetic iron called ferrous sulfate. Ferrous sulfate is synthetic, really cheap to produce, and 90% or more of it never absorbs, which is why the iron you buy will cause nausea and constipation because it's sitting in your bowels and not being absorbed, causing a ton of bad juju. Okay. Which is why for me, come on, let's get you educated and buy some real good iron. Iron Works is my iron that is a natural iron at the right dose to be 90% absorbed versus 90% not absorbed in synthetic iron. Well, if you're going to pay for iron anyway, why not just buy an iron that's going to be 90% absorbed? And when it's 90% absorbed, the likelihood to cause nausea or constipation becomes nil to none. So, how important is it to get the right iron? Crucial. So, which is why Iron Works is the iron that I vetted, curated over the last 24 years of my career. Swear by it. It's really a wonderful natural iron, and I would definitely start at just one a day. And depending on and work with your doctor on the low iron thing. I would start one a day. Make sure that you tolerate it well. And then depending on where your labs and what your doctor recommends, you may need more of it, but one a day would be really great. But a quality iron, come on. And a quality iron, guess what? Needs some cofactors to make sure it's absorbed and utilized. So you know what? Even when you get a prescription iron, which is ferrous sulfate, does it come with the cofactors needed for absorption? No, because that costs a couple extra cents. And so it is in Iron Works to make sure that you get optimal absorption of iron and proper utilization of iron. So is that an aha? How many of you have low iron? And I've just taught you something you didn't know. Right? What was the big aha in chat right now? Give me some love here. I got a lot of alumni joining here. Amanda, thank you. Alumni for joining. Merritt says truth. Thank you. Oh my gosh. If you guys haven't watched, well, actually, we just did an interview with Merritt about 2 weeks ago, and we're going to be premiering that in the next week or two. You have to see the before and after photos. Dramatic. And Merritt, I would love for you in the alumni section just to comment on what your experience on your hair loss is. I know going through the program, you were like, hair, 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 and you were so impatient about it, but tell people where you are at a year later, all right? I love this. Real people, real results. That's what I'm all about, and I only recommend shit that works. And that's about iron. If you have questions about that, go ahead and comment in the comment section below. I can go back later and answer some of these questions, all right? All right. That being said, number 2. What are some other vitamins and minerals that could contribute to hair loss? Okay, and there's many. So people ask about biotin, right? I mean, Mandy, somebody was asking about biotin, right? What was that question about biotin you saw in the group?
Yeah, one of the users said that they see biotin recommended a lot for hair loss, but they've been told that it was bad for your thyroid.
Not true. I love busting myths. Biotin is not bad for the thyroid. Okay. Biotin actually is a wonderful vitamin to actually take for hair, skin, and nails. It's really great for connective tissue. That being said, though, I do have an issue where when people are like, oh, let's say biotin is really great for hair. So is zinc. So is copper. So is manganese. So are the methylated B vitamins. So what you going to do? Go and buy a boatload of supplements and have a suitcase to carry around with you for your hair only, right? So I'm all about simplicity. I'm all about cost savings. I'm all about efficiency. I want effective stuff that's minimalistic that works. So my favorite way to supplement on this one is a multivitamin we carry in our store. We actually have a hair loss essentials line. And if you look at the top of this video, there's a link to our hair loss essentials line. And all the products I'm talking about is going to be there. But really, more importantly, I want to teach you guys the why. Okay. Don't just go blindly buying a whole bunch of stuff. I want you to listen up and learn the why and figure out what you actually need and don't need. Minimalism is good. Okay. So, minimal essential. Why do I like it? Well, it is my favorite vitamin overall for autoimmunity as well as hair loss anyway. And the reason being is that it really has the crucial best quality form of all the vitamins that are crucial. And it's in a one a day. How many times do you have to order a multivitamin? They're like, take 6 a day. Who the hell is going to take 6 a day of a multivitamin? I'm not going to do it, and you ain't going to do it either. So 1 a day, minimal essential. And I love the fact that it's minimal because everything in there is the really best form of it. We got methylated Bs in there. We got the proper amount of copper and zinc. That's perfect for autoimmunity. Okay. And you got trace minerals in there, like the manganese, like the selenium in there. They're also crucial, not just for hair, skin, and nails, but for autoimmunity and thyroid health as well. So you really can't, it's like a win-win is just one multivitamin, minimal essential. Why do that? Why not do that instead of your boatload of supplements and said, oh, that's good for hair. And then you have to add all the good stuff for skin or the good stuff for pain. Before you know it, you got $1,000 worth of supplements. Don't do that. So I'm going to tell you, take minimal essential as a multi, and that's going to cover a lot of these trace elements that we're talking about in the proper dosage of a 1 a day. So absolutely, you got zinc, manganese, selenium, copper, you got B methylated B vitamins, 1 multivitamin a day, minimal essential. Boom. How many of you, that was a big aha, dealing with trace minerals and all these deficiencies in one? Okay. So if that was a big aha and you learned something from that, comment in the comment section below. It's called Minimal and Essential. And if you look at the top of this video, there's a link to my hair loss essentials line. I'm also going to have members of my staff put in the comment section the link so you can just go there and you can see everything that I'm talking about. But more importantly, get trained right now. Stick with me. Let's finish this training. Let's keep going. I want you to understand the why so you don't have a boatload. You got the critical amount and that's it. All right, next. Is this helpful, by the way? If it is, give me some kudos and give me some love. And if there's anyone you think you want to share this with, put their name in the comment section right now. Okay. Number 3. Oh my gosh, collagen, collagen, collagen. I love the collagen conversation. Okay, I cannot get enough of collagen. Okay. And I can tell you right now, yes, after I had been delivered my children, after I was diagnosed 10 years later with Hashimoto's, while I was dealing with fibromyalgia, while I was dealing with depression, while I couldn't work for like a year and a half because of all the pain that I was in, it was hard. And if I knew that there was one supplement that could actually help with all of that, that would have been really nice. I didn't, and now I do. So that would be collagen, Pro Collagen WB, my favorite collagen. And the reason is, and brand, I think quality makes a big difference. It is a medical grade collagen with different forms of collagen in there. Now, why does it, what is the mechanism and why does collagen matter so much? Collagen is a connective tissue. What do you think hair is? Okay. What do you think skin is? What do you think nails are made with? Connective tissue. What are the building blocks of that is collagen. Collagen is really great to build and support connective tissue health. And a lot of people will ask me a question like, oh, I got a mixed connective tissue disorder. I think I'm making too much collagen, and is collagen going to be safe for me? I'm going to tell you that's bull. You're not making too much collagen in a sense. There's actually autoimmunity against the connective tissue. And so that's not the mechanism we're talking about. That is incorrect. And what is correct is people with actual mixed connective tissue or any autoimmune disorder are very collagen deficient and in fact need it. Okay. Now, what are the mechanisms? Is that it's one of the building blocks for hair. Okay. And here's the thing. When you look at my hair, okay, it looks super shiny, right? Some of you, like I usually color my nails. I love blue. Today I have no nail polish on. My nails grow like crazy and they used to chip like crazy. So collagen is a game changer. And I'm going to ask any alumni or anybody who's used Pro Collagen WB to please comment on what has happened with your hair, skin, and nails as a result of using it. So collagen is the building block, number one. Number two, okay, it is incredible powerhouse in gut healing. If you're going to take all these supplements and you're going to eat all this nutritious organic food, why aren't you working to increase and improve the absorption of it? So it's not just very expensive poop that's going out. So collagen is really soothing on the gut. Okay, very soothing. You could almost think of it as lining your gut cells. They're like raw, they're upset. So why not just go ahead and have something that soothes it, right? The other aspect of it is that it actually is highly absorbable. Collagen as a molecule, when it's broken down into really small medicinal grade size, crosses the gut barrier much easier. Okay, so it's like, why not just eat tendons? You can eat tendons, right? And collagen, the best quality collagen is from grass-fed beef collagen, which is mostly from the tendons, right? And so you want a small micron size of the collagen so it makes it super absorbable. So not only does it like line your gut, you want it absorbing, crossing the gut barrier to actually be highly absorbable. And that's the difference between different brands of collagen and medical grade collagen is also the micron size of that collagen molecule, which makes it highly absorbable. So for me, I have a video on 10 different ways that you can add more collagen into your life, and it's nothing but a game changer. So if you're interested in the 10 ways to use collagen video, you can type 10 ways to use collagen in the comment section, and we will tag you in that video. The other thing is that if you also write the hair loss guide, in the guide, I have a link to the 10 ways to use collagen videos. So I hope that's super helpful. And then here's the real deal, guys. Okay. I am a real person. I am a real autoimmune sufferer in the past. I am a real person who beat autoimmunity. I am a real MD, and I am a real functional medicine MD. And I swear like a sailor. Yes, it's true. And some of you may take offense to that. And if you do, it's okay. You can stop watching at any time. But I do think that it's really important for me to be real person, and I deliver real results. And I love teaching in a way that the real person can understand. And I can tell you that in my entire career, I've always used words like SHIT or BS, all that. And I hope you guys appreciate the real me. And that's really all I can be, is the real me. So those of you that do appreciate it, who love it, stick around and show me some love. That'd be really great. If you love the real me, right? Love the real you, I would love it. Now, let's go to beyond collagen. Ooh, here are some deep root causes, okay? Thyroid. Thyroid is one of the major causes of hair loss. And before you go thinking like, I don't have thyroid problems, stop right there. Listen up. In our program, Transform Autoimmune, Amanda knows this because she's been going through a lot in our program as well and seeing a lot of people with these results. We're going to actually go into your hair loss story in a second too, Amanda. I'd love to hear your experience on your hair loss too. But anyway, and I'll just so you guys know, everybody on our team has gone through a lot of these autoimmune issues like you have. So you're working with people who really has gone through this and know their shit. Anyway, we were talking about thyroid, and I'm going to tell you that I have literally tons of videos about thyroid and how the thyroid is the most underappreciated, undertreated, mistreated organ when we're dealing with hormones. Well, it's not the most because they're all undertreated and mistreated. But that being said, there's a whole unit we have around thyroid. And if you're interested in being tagged in the thyroid unit, go ahead and write thyroid guide. Thyroid guide or thyroid unit in the comment section and tell me what thyroid problems you have in chat. That would be really great. But I can tell you right now that so many people they don't have a diagnosis of low thyroid yet. They have every symptom. And I can tell you that the testing for thyroid that we currently do routinely in regular medicine is shit. Truly is. And that is not for effect. That's the truth. And the way that we train doctors in how to deal with thyroid is bullshit. And I know that everybody who's been through our program knows that. So when the testing is really faulty, minimalistic, and your doctors don't know what the functional values of those results, so many people will find out in our program when they actually get proper testing and they understand what functional values are, so many people actually have low thyroid that they didn't even realize. So how many of you are alumni right now that discovered that and that was a game changer for you? If you can type in the chat, that's a big old can of worms. But I'm going to say, if any of you suspect you have a thyroid problem, I am going to say, you have a known thyroid problem, I would recommend that you check out our guide on some of the trainings I've done around thyroid nodules. We also have a thyroid essentials line that are essential supplements to actually help optimal thyroid function and to decrease the autoimmunity. So there's a lot of depth that goes into thyroid and all the different supplements and why. So if you're interested, there's going to be a link that my team's going to put in the chat to check out our thyroid essentials. The other thing is when you go to our website and you check out the essentials for hair loss, you can just click our essentials line and underneath there is our thyroid essentials. And if you're interested in pain essentials, check out the pain essentials too. All right, so everybody, low thyroid can absolutely contribute to hair loss. And I like to think of the thyroid as an on-off switch. So thyroid, there's really multiple thyroid hormones that are produced and only one kind of thyroid hormone that's truly active. And Easter egg, it's the free T3. That being said, that's not a very common test being done, and people don't understand what the functional values mean. And even when they see the number as being low or high, they don't know what to do about it. This is why we have a thyroid as part of our hormone module in our main Transform Autoimmune program. But if you're really interested in learning more about that, put 5 pillars into the comment section. We'll tag you in the training so you understand how all these pieces fit together. But when your thyroid numbers are low, you have low thyroid function or low active thyroid hormone, the switch literally from metabolism and there is a thyroid receptor on every cell of your body. So if that switch is off, what the heck's going to happen? Merritt just said, I was nearly bald a year ago. And with what Dr. Maggie's talking about right now is why I have hair now. Nope, her profile photo. Love you, Merritt. Thank you so much. Real people, real results. I can't make this shit up. But anyway, when you have a thyroid receptor and it is off, literally it turns down the metabolism of that cell to create energy, to heal, down to like 20%, 50%. You're really killing the function of that cell. So thyroid isn't just like, oh, I feel cold or weight gain. Hair loss is a major symptom of low thyroid. And so I really encourage you guys to really look into a root cause approach for dealing with your thyroid with proper testing, proper education to understand all the different steps of thyroid hormone metabolism and activation, and all the proper supplementation to protect your thyroid and optimize function. That is what we do. And so I hope that you understand the role of low thyroid in causing both generalized hair loss and alopecia areata. Okay. Everything I'm talking about here affects both kinds of hair loss, FYI. All right. So that's the thyroid. And you have if you have questions about the thyroid, I'm going to pause for a second. You can go ahead and post it. I can answer that. Right now, I do want to take a little break before we hit to the big whammy, the number one cause of hair loss that your doctors don't know about. Before we get there, I want to pause for some questions. Mandy, take it away.
So we have a lot of people talking about how they took iron in the past and it made them super nauseous. So that was a really big aha from you.
Stop wasting money on supplements that don't work. Ferrous sulfate, regular iron over the counter. Go with your Costco iron. Forget about it. Doesn't work. Okay. Buy an iron that works. Okay. And and when it's absorbed, when our iron is 90% absorbed, the likelihood of nausea and constipation is like way down. Awesome.
Ooh. A ton of the alumni are talking about how much they love the Pro Collagen WB. Lori, a bunch of different ones. What else do we have in here?
Yeah, and people are wanting the 10 ways to use collagen video. Yeah, we will take all your names and tag it under that video. That's awesome. And it's also going to be part of the hair loss guide. So all of you who are writing hair loss guide, you're going to be getting it. So make sure you check back tomorrow or Saturday and download that hair loss guide. We're going to put in the comment section. I like that. What about collagen for vegetarian? Meng is asking that one. So that's kind of difficult because what I'm going to tell you is that collagen comes from cartilage. So you're going to not find vegetarian sources per se of collagen. It's going to be very challenging for that. So if you can't do the collagen because you're a vegan and vegetarian, I would definitely recommend doing all the other things that we're talking about. Would be do the stuff that you can. That's why I'm sitting here talking about efficacy. You don't have to do everything. Find the stuff that works for you. Find the stuff that is your problem. So that's a great question, Ming. So you could do everything else.
And then one of our users is saying, what kind of iron works? It is actually called Iron Works.
IRONWORX. Iron Works. And that's my iron that I curated, that I know, love, and I know works really extremely well for the autoimmune population. So it's called Iron Works. That's funny. I'm really smart with those names. Like our digestive enzyme, it's called Digest It. Digest it. Come on. There's no subtlety when it comes to me. I'm just going to tell you like it is, even the names of my products. Amy says she puts the collagen powder into the fat bomb. Yeah, I have a fat bomb recipe in the Facebook group, and it's part of my blood sugar mastery routine. And so in the fat bombs, that's awesome, Amy. Throwing 1 to 2 scoops of collagen right in the fat bomb, not only getting the fat, but you're going to get the protein right into the fat bomb. Delicious treat right before bed for blood sugar balancing. I love that, Amy. Thank you for that suggestion. Maybe I think I already have that in one of my 10 ways to use collagen, but if not, I might add it as the 11th. Thank you, Amy.
Amanda said she uses the collagen in her coffee every morning.
I do that as well. I use it. I put it in my coffee. I put it in my tea. You guys already know I love matcha lattes. I've had videos in the group where I'm making matcha latte. I will put the collagen 1 scoop right into it. You see my videos on Golden Balance. Golden Balance already has our collagen in it. But for people who really need additional protein, extra protein support right before bed, throw in an extra scoop of Pro Collagen WB. You're good to go. Lisa says, I'm making fat bombs right now and I'm putting collagen in. Lisa, I love that. Awesome. That is a great recommendation. Merritt says collagen every morning along with MCT oil, coconut cream, and cacao as a treat. So it's like a hot chocolate with the Pro MCT, which has the killer good fat in it, as well as a scoop of collagen W. You cannot go wrong with a hot chocolate like that. And I would sweeten it with monk fruit sugar, stevia, would be really great options to make it a low carb hot chocolate that's total autoimmune ass kicker. Chai latte. I love that. Okay, wonderful. All right, are we ready for the mother load? Are we ready to talk about hormones, everybody? Okay. Number 1 reason for hair loss is hormone imbalance. I know we covered it a little bit about thyroid because thyroid is a hormone, but what about all the other hormones? What about your ovarian hormones? What about men with testicular hormones like testosterone? Yes, that is the number 1 reason for hair loss. And it's not a simple single answer, which means like, oh, I'm low on hormones or I'm high on hormones, therefore I lose hair. Guess what? You can lose hair with low hormones or high hormones, which is why for me, I'm just going to tell you right now, okay? Don't take a half-ass approach to your hormones. It's a big deal. And it ain't just about hair loss. It's about insomnia. It's about mood, irritability. It's about weight. It's about autoimmune disease. Okay. And I have a literal shit ton of hormone trainings that I've done in the Facebook group. And there's a whole guide around hormone balance that I did. So you can at least get much more depth with it. But what I'm going to tell you right now is that there's many different types of hormone patterns that can cause hair loss, not just one. There's about 5 or 6 that I can think of off the top of my head. And in men and women, it's slightly different as well. And I can tell you right now that, yes, estrogen dominance is one of the patterns that can cause it. Low everything hormones can also cause it. High testosterone and PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, can also cause it. Adrenal fatigue with low DHEA can also cause it. So you guys got to understand that it's not a matter of just, oh, low this, high this. I'm just going to take some hormones and call it good. That's not how this works. You got to understand and go in more depth. Because to me, you got to answer the question is, what is my pattern? What is causing that pattern? How do I fix that pattern? And this is how you get long-term results. Okay. And that's why we have a program called My Hormone Masterclass. For me, with My Hormone Masterclass, if you can't do the whole Transform Autoimmune program and you say, I really got, or you think it's really all about hormones, or you want to start one big chunk first, My Hormone Masterclass to me is really crucial. And it's really, I mean, to me, the most effective and efficient way to deal with hormones. And look, I have been a hormone expert for 12 years of my career. So I was very actually dissatisfied with the clinical results and outcomes and the way that seeing a doctor once in a while with it works. I just didn't have a chance to educate my patients. So in My Hormone Masterclass, a couple things. Number one is you get data. You get a saliva test kit sent to you so you can test your hormones based on your data. Number two, there are video modules done by me, yours truly, speaking to you as a real person that are understandable on every one of these hormone patterns based on your data. And number three, yes, it's true. There is a one-on-one consult with me, yours truly, to kick some ass. So so it's My Hormone Masterclass, and it is a very busy program. There's a lot of people that do it. It's a do-it-yourself program that includes testing, video modules, and a consultation with me. And I'm going to have my team put a link in the comment section because I'm going to put in an Easter egg right here. Okay. For a limited time, if you click the link that is in the comment section for My Hormone Masterclass, I'm going to gift you a $500 off scholarship. And there's a code in that comment that you got to read and you got to enter. So make sure you click that link because that's a special link, and make sure you put in the code at checkout and you're going to get a $500 scholarship off My Hormone Masterclass. Now, that being said, how do these hormone patterns affect hair loss? What I find is that when estrogen and progesterone are really imbalanced, and especially if you have way more estrogen compared to progesterone, that really can cause hair follicles to really lose a lot of hair. We get a lot of hair changes with hormonal problems. There is hormone receptors in your hair cells. So a big imbalance between estrogen and progesterone can really cause hair loss. Number two, testosterone. And it's really interesting because, believe it or not, crazy low testosterone in women can cause hair loss, but crazy high testosterone can also cause hair loss. And the most important thing is, if you don't know the data, what are you going to supplement on? People are like, I'm just going to take a supplement for hormones for hair loss. Yes, there is one supplement that is helpful for every hormone condition. But that being said, I'm going to tell you what it is later. But that being said, nothing beats having the data so that you not only have that one supplement as your go-to, you can actually be like, oh, is that kind of pattern? I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to do these couple lifestyle changes to get long-lasting results for life and not be dependent on a supplement or a row of supplements. Most doctors want you to be dependent on the row of supplements. I'd rather you get educated on what personalized answer is right for you, how to fix the root cause of that long-term permanently. So that's what My Hormone Masterclass is really about. That being said, is there one supplement that would be good for 99 to 100% of all hormone patterns? And the answer is yes. And the name is called Love Her. But I could call it Love Him too. But it's hard to say Love Her and Him. Love Her, actually, the combination of herbs in Love Her, which is part of the Hair Loss Essentials line. It's also part of our Hormone Essentials line. Love Her has a ton of supplements in there that's really great for decreasing excess estrogen, for increasing progesterone, which is really pro hair growth, for decreasing any excess testosterone, for helping regular ovulation, for really maintaining that better hormone balance. Love Her is just a great equalizer no matter what the pattern is. And Love Her is really simple because you take 2 a day. You can take it any time of the day. I don't care if you take it in the morning and night or together. It's going to work and it's going to help. So Love Her is a one supplement that I recommend for all hormone conditions, period. But that doesn't trump the fact that I'm like, I'm the root cause queen. I want you to know the why. I want you to fix this problem permanently. So, you can try to do that by trying to find some hormone experts to work with. But I am going to give you a reality, a little insider's guide reality to what hormone doctors really are. And I was a hormone doctor for 12 years of my career, bioidentical hormone expert. I can tell you that one of my big beefs with so said hormone experts are that these days, most of them are interested in giving you pellet hormones or just giving you hormones and getting you out of their office. And there's a lot of profit to be made in giving pellet hormones. And that to me, like there's so many, like when you look at the list of things to fix hormones, there's literally in my armarium 10, at least 10 ways to fix your hormones. People in our program, if you've had your hormone changes really make major changes in hair or anything else, alumni, please comment. That'd be great. And if what I'm saying is true and rings true, please tell me, show me some love. But what I find is that when there's 10, 20 tools I have in my box to deal with hormones, yes, you can have hormones, but it's the last resort. It's a big gun and it's the last gun, but it's just one of the guns. There's many other guns. Do you want gunners? Or do you want just one solution? You come in, oh yeah, pay me $600 every 3 months for this pellet. That ain't a long-term solution for somebody. And getting hormones doesn't equal hormone balance. It can be part of the solution for hormone balance, but hormone balance really comes from your own data, the right supplementation for that specific pattern, and also the right lifestyle changes to support long-term outcomes and results. We do hormone balancing in our main program, Transform Autoimmune. And if you're interested in learning more if you're interested and you're ready to talk to us about our main program, Transform Autoimmune, I'm going to have our team book a chat linked in our comment section. And it's also on the copy above this video. Book a chat with us if you're ready to really kick some butt on that hormone imbalance to the curb in our main program. But if you're interested in my hormone masterclass, you could also put in the comment section MYH, my hormone masterclass, MYHMC. And my, by the way, is spelled MY capital Y for Maggie Yu. So yeah, there's no subtlety there. The Maggie Yu hormone masterclass. Anyway, I know there's been a lot of questions about hormones, and I literally have done hundreds of videos on hormones, but I really do want to reiterate the point that hormones is the #1 cause of hair loss, no matter what kind it is, and mastering your hormones is going to be really key. And there is one magic supplement. It is Love Her, and it is 2 a day, and it's part of our hair loss essentials. Okay, did I cover all the bases?
I think so.
Enough, everybody. We've been on for 40 minutes. All right, we're going to go through some final questions. And as long as there's some questions, I'm going to stay on. So take it away, Mandy. What questions do we have?
So one of our users said, does taking prednisone cause hair loss?
Yeah, it can. So lots of medications actually for autoimmune. One of the side effects are going to be hair loss. And if you think about what prednisone is a hormone. And it's a very high dose of a hormone. And what happens is when you take a high dose of a hormone, and this applies to birth control pills too as well. Birth control pills is a very high dose synthetic fake hormone. So when you take really high doses of hormone as a pill, number one, it stresses out your liver like crazy, taking hormones orally. Secondly, it can suppress and push down a lot of your own hormone production. And it throws hormone balance up the haywire like crazy. So what I find in our programs is that people on prednisone have really jacked up hormones. Is it fixable? Hell yeah. And why are you on prednisone anyways? Because your autoimmune disease is out of control. So it's really even more important for people on meds like prednisone, hormonal meds, and their autoimmune's going nuts. This is like, get to the root cause to actually calm the whole attack of autoimmunity. And then you have the best chance in hell of successfully getting off prednisone or any other medication in autoimmunity. You got to deal with the root cause first. This is why you want the 5 pillars training. You haven't seen it. You want to know what my secret sauce for dealing with all the triggers and the root cause of autoimmunity, put 5 pillars in the comment section right now, and we will tag you in that training.
Another user said, is it recommended to take the minimal, essential, and ironworks together?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Just so you know, iron, just like calcium, is really big as a molecule. So in a multi, you'll never get an adequate amount of iron or calcium for that matter. Those will always have to be extras that you add additional to minimal and essential, which is why our calcium, magnesium, and zinc is separate. We have a separate Pro Cal Mag Zinc that's separate, and we have an Ironworks that's separate. just like B12. We have a B12. You will never get, if you truly are B12 deficient, you won't ever get enough from a multi. Don't expect that. If you truly have a deficiency in any of these B12, the iron, or what was the last one? B12, iron, or calcium. Those are important to get separately and take separately, and we carry each one of those in our store as well.
Tons of people asking about my hormone masterclass.
Love it. And yeah, if you want like more information on my hormone masterclass, right? My hormone masterclass, we'll tag you in. We have a whole unit, a guide in the Facebook group with about 10 plus videos that I did training around my hormone masterclass and the role of hormones. So we'd be happy to tag all of you in it. So write my hormone masterclass in the chat and we'll get it taken care of. But don't forget that code, everybody. Don't forget that link and that code so you can save $500 off the program.
A lot of people are asking about the 5 pillars.
Okay, so make sure you write 5 pillars, those of you who are interested in a root cause approach. And for anyone who's ready to right now, after what I've heard, what I've said, and it's ringing true to you, and you're like, I need to try my whole autoimmune right now. And this woman knows her shit. Go ahead, and there's a link right now on the bottom to book a chat with our team to see if it's a good fit for us to work together. Go ahead and do that right now and book a chat with our team. Good. Okay, capiche. All right, everybody, that's the end, and that's a wrap. Have a good night, everybody. And for those of you who put the hair loss guide in chat, can you guys check back? That's a reminder for you because you get notified when there's more comments. Either tomorrow or Saturday, we're going to be posting a link for you to download that guide. And it is packed full of good stuff. So if you want the hair loss guide, write hair loss guide right now and check back tomorrow. Even if you're on YouTube or wherever, we're going to post a link so you can download that guide. Okay. And it's bonus. It's free. Go for it. All right, everybody. That's a wrap. Have a great day. If you found this to be helpful, make sure you tag someone's name in the comment section and so that they get notified and they can watch this later. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks, everyone.